Carr maybe changing something before the snap. Is going to hand it off to Love, who will try to turn the corner. Another spin move from Jeremiyah Love. And even though it only got him maybe a couple extra yards for the Fighting Irish. Stanford again showing some pressure from the outside. And they'll bring that pressure. Carr across the middle. Pass complete right at midfield and enough for a first down.
Until he sees the entire field, he's in complete control. He has great command at the line of scrimmage. Good pickup for the Fighting Irish.
Price stays in the game alongside Carr. Play fake to Price. Carr is going to step up and run. And Carr kind of a half slide.
Doesn't force throws. He has 22 touchdowns on the season to just 6 interceptions.
Second down and 3. They'll swing it out left side. Price with a block in front. Price inside the 35, inside the 30. Finally, Clay Patterson gets him down, but that's 16 yards. Fourth down and 3 for Notre Dame. Carr in the pocket, has time, swings it out. Price caught. First down and more inside the 10. And dragged out of bounds at about the first and goal with Price alongside C.J. Carr. And Price broke one tackle inside the 5 and all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Just such a special running back. Out of Price.
Already, I mean, you could imagine they could be wearing down this Stanford defense. Price straight ahead and fighting for the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Well, they have hardly thrown the ball. A couple of those little screen pass, swing passes. Impressive 11-play touchdown drives, doing it on the ground. No Love. Okay, Jadaria Price just about as good as the Heisman Trophy candidate.
He was smiling with his teammates before he had to head back into the tent, and it looked like the trainer was cutting up a piece of foam to put on his padding, but now he's heading back, guys.
Okay, so maybe some relatively good news for Notre Dame. They lead 14-0. While Stanford's only had the ball for 3 plays, they're down 14-0. They need something positive on offense. Elijah Brown will throw across the middle, and there's something positive. Stanford's first down. The tight end Sam Roush
starts with efficiency on first and second down with his offense. Have to get positive yards.
A nice run straight ahead for Cole Tabb. Gain of 5 on second down out to the 44-yard line. James Rendell, and they fake it! And a beautifully executed fake down the left sideline, inside the 20, and the speed all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Wow, what a play.
I tell you what, all Luke Talich does is make plays for this Notre Dame team. You're going to see nobody for Stanford has any clue that he might get this football just absolutely wide open. Does a great job out in the open field to make one miss. And it doesn't matter.
All right, keep us posted on that one. That's a big game for a lot of reasons. Number one, SMU fighting for a spot in the ACC championship game. They'd be 1 win away. Cedric Irvin with the carry. First play of this drive for Stanford, down 21-0. Elijah Brown, play fake, is going to dump it to a tight end. And a nice play for Stanford. That's Benji Blackburn, first down Cardinal.
Great job at Blackburn.
And Notre Dame defensive lineman almost made contact, jumping off sides, got back. Brown across the middle. That one is caught. And a nice little effort there at the end of the play to get to midfield. Stanford first down.
Last third and long, Notre Dame elected to play zone coverage. I'll be interested to see if they tighten things up and play some man here on 3rd and 9.
Pressure comes, and a pass caught. Nice catch. Caden high, but not anywhere close to enough for a first. Oh, good info from Stormy. Second down, and the handoff straight ahead. Aneyas Williams with a nice carry to mid.
Dame, as aggressive as Marcus Freeman has been early on, I would expect it to be.
Handoff, Williams straight ahead. Williams breaks through, first down. Inside the 40, down to the 38, gain of 10. First and 10. Over the top, Carr has Williams open, catch inside the 15. He kind of looked like Jeremiyah Love running that pattern.
Well, it's really Eli Raridan that gets us started. So this is the linebacker, Matt Rhodes, that's in coverage. Watch out, Raridan kind of gets the linebacker to pause, and then it's Williams up the sideline. It all starts with the tight end making the Matt Rhodes is in trail mode, and it's an easy throw and catch for the Irish.
Williams, handoff right side. Williams, man, the third string back for Notre Dame. Very impressive drive for him. Williams gets the ball and gets driven to the turf. Nice tackle there by Hunter Barth. It'll be third down.
It was an excellent job of Hunter Barth diagnosing the play.
Receiver in motion. Carr will throw, and the pass is caught, and then a broken tackle inside the 5. The big tight end Raridan will make it 1st and goal, Notre Dame.
So get it to your big tight end and let him go to work.
Now it's goal to go. Williams straight ahead. And touchdown, Notre Dame.
Five offensive linemen. It's the tight ends getting involved in the run blocking. Yeah, that football definitely crossed the white line.
So after the penalty, Stanford going for it. Brown in the pocket. Will throw. He hits his man. Caught C.J. Williams. 1st down across the formation inside the 40. Double tight ends for Stanford on 2nd down. Handoff straight ahead. Tab bounces it right side. Then cuts it forward and gets close.
It's against a really good Notre Dame defender. Does an excellent job of capturing that edge.
Now helps the Cardinal push forward and get another 1st down. All right, good snap and hold, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. Well, you're down 28-0. Do the Red Raiders move into one of those top 4 spots? Do they vault over Texas A&M? Little flub there on the kickoff. Notre Dame picks it up and ends up actually getting it out across the 20. Out on the field. Carr is going to throw on 1st down, and a good open field tackle as Fields makes the catch. That's good tease. Jeremiyah Love, he gets swarmed. So on 3rd down, they hand it to Love, who's back in the game.
They can come away with a touchdown here. Great opportunity for the Cardinal.
Brown pressured, throws, and that one is caught, but a great open field tackle. Caden High was dragged to the turf by Devontae Smith.
It's time for Traore to make a play off the edge. Dynamic pass rusher for the Fighting Irish.
He has been quiet. Brown on 3rd down. Throws into coverage, and it looked like it was intercepted. Leonard Moore, man, he is so good. And the only question was, did he hold on to it and get his feet inbounds? He did. Notre Dame comes up with the turnover.
Arguably the best cover corner in all of America. Somebody that you're probably not going to want to test too often, and Elijah Brown finding out the hard way, excuse me. Leonard Moore making play after play tonight. And at some point, the young quarterback, Elijah Brown, needs to start testing a different defensive back for the Fighting Irish to just be an outstanding corner. And he's put that on display time and time again tonight.
So now Notre Dame with a chance to get some points on the board. Carr out of the open. Nice move. Gets tackled inside the 40.
How can he force a negative play? Doesn't really have a war daddy up front on that defensive line. Kind of need to manufacture a pass rush with pressure, twists, and stunts.
Throw across the middle, and that's caught for a 1st down. Nice delivery there. Irish on the move after the Moore interception. Carr throws right side. That one's caught. Inbounds, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. Malachi Fields, great effort there. So 3rd down here. Tight end in motion, Raridan. Pressure got picked up. The slant delivered perfectly for a Notre Dame 1st down. There's Faison inside the 15. 4-man rush for Stanford. Carr throws it short. Price with the catch. Made a man miss. Price, end zone, touchdown. What a move by Jadarian Price.
4 verts outside by Notre Dame, and then your running back just on a little check down. Watch how the defenders for Stanford sink back to the goal line. This is a young quarterback not forcing the issue, taking what a defense gives them. Go ahead and take that check down underneath. Give it to your skill guy out in space. Jadarian Price is going to make a couple miss and make you look good. That is a young quarterback growing up as the season's gone along. Excellent decision by C.J. Price, and an even better job by Jadarian Price getting that football in the end zone for his young quarterback.
And Quinshon Judkins, these two for Notre Dame, Brock, are pretty special.
I totally agree. They're right in that same conversation.
I mean, it's interesting that he's out there. He wants to be. Play fake to Jeremiyah Love. C.J. Carr avoids the rush. Going deep, and it is knocked away, incomplete. No, it's caught. Wow, what a catch by Faison.
Well, he's just the ultimate competitor. And doesn't give up on the play. Battles through the contact. Great concentration with his eyes. Shielding the defender. You got to remember, Jordan Faison.
Notre Dame is going to play this here in the second half. And Jeremiyah Love will get the ball. Right side. Turns a corner. Love goes out of bounds. Inside the 15.
Catch.
Love in the backfield. He'll get another carry right side. And a penalty flag thrown.
Sit on the sideline and watch the ball game, but he wants to be out there in the fire with his teammates.
First and goal. Play fake to Love. End zone touchdown. And they made that look easy. Jordan Faison, the spectacular catch down the field. That one was easy for him from 6 yards out. It's 41-3 Notre Dame.
That is just too easy for Jordan Faison. And it's really the action. So you get the tight end slice in the cross zone run, and then you also get the play action by the back. And that's just going to get all eyes into the back. Easy for this Stanford offense.
Leonard Moore, they've actually kind of targeted him. And he's come through with some big plays. Brown is going to check down. And then a nice move to get to the outside. But there's Moore to tackle Caden High for essentially no gain. Must be fun for Leonard Moore to actually be involved in a game. A lot of times teams don't even throw his way.
Yeah, they really don't. And give some credit to the Stanford offensive line. You're going to see good protection. But Emily, they deserve me. I need to go home. So I just have so much respect for Frank Reich and what he accomplished this year.
Pressure comes. They're going to dump it down to Jeremiyah Love, who breaks a tackle, then steps out of bounds. He was still moving down the field, but out of bounds, well short of a first down. Stanford, there were a couple different years where at the end of the year, they were as good as almost anybody in the country. That pass complete to Marcus Brown, but stopped. Coverage. Get to the line quickly, get it snapped, throw it out to the flat, turn it upfield, and that's a Stanford first down. Marcus Brown with the catch and run. So Stanford goes for it and converts. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Little play fake for Brown. And Brown trying to get away. Penalty flag thrown. He's going to get sacked. You know, in general, I mean, this is a Notre Dame team that pressures the quarterback.
Giving Elijah Brown plenty of time to throw the football. This foul is going to be on the center. Fisher Anderson. You're going to see with the takedown, just gets the harm.
Kingston Viliamu Asa, very good player who's out for the year. That's a loss for Notre Dame's defense. So nice to see the young kid make a play. The tight end Roush with the player. 4.0 computer science student getting a graduate degree on top of it all. Pretty impressive young man. That pass caught out in the left flat by Tab, but tackle in the open field by Jaden. If you had Micah Ford available tonight, it would sort of be a no-brainer. Champ Hampton in the backfield. And they will give it to Hampton. He bounces it right side and gets just enough for the first.
The great players, the great teams, you have the infrastructure here. The resources are here and really unlimited.
Brown to Brown inside Notre Dame territory. Third down and short. Play fake to Hampton. Brown all kinds of time, and he hits his tight end with the catch. Then a big hit. Roush hung on to the ball. It was not Roush. It was Benji Blackburn with the catch. Now Notre Dame's arguing that the ball was juggled and it should be incomplete.
We'll see on the replay, but that was an excellent route by Blackburn. I love how he leaned into the defender to separate away from him. Clean route. Excellent job. Strong hands at Schuler.
Irvin in the backfield now alongside Brown. And Cedric Irvin will get the carry. Broke one tackle. And a good strong run for him inside the 30. It was a strong message from Frank Reich about his belief in getting it done. Hampton couldn't get away. Nice tackle. A lot of open space in front of it. Drive 6.5 minutes long for Stanford. Brown under center is going to fake it and pitch it back to Caden High. Trying to get to the corner. Takes a massive hit and goes down well short of the first down.
I'm going for it here. Try to get some more points.
Snap and hold. Emmett Kenny. He kicks it through. So Stanford does get the field goal on the board. It's 42-6. With candidate and all their star players on the field, they are really, and rightfully so, very proud of those two guys and all that they do on the field, off the field. Part of this program, our salute.
And I don't know if it's insecurity or just facts of how the College Football Playoff Committee looks at things. They care in how teams win and what it looks like. And they really showed that with the latest rankings revealing on Tuesday. You look at what happened. Okay, well, Oregon was at number 7. I think the proof is in the pudding. The committee cares about how you win and what it looks like.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. When I use the word insecurity, Love gets tackled in the open field and maybe lost a yard. Nice play there by the Stanford defender. I mean, there's going to be a group of 5 team in. The ACC championship game is going to send a team. And neither of those two are in the top 15. Completion out to Elijah Burris, who's made a couple catches on this drive. The 1925 Rose Bowl. This has been a lopsided version of this rivalry. Handoff Stanford. Cardinal have kind of found a little something on offense in this third quarter. Stanford, that penalty, 15 yards, longer than the longest offensive play for Stanford in this game. Brown held on to it for a long time and long enough to find his tight end Roush, who is dragging would-be tacklers down the field into Notre Dame territory.
Sam Roush, just such a great player, matched up against a Don Schuler, who more than likely will be named to the All-American team once again.
3rd and 7.
Got to beat man coverage.
Brown going down the right sideline, and it is caught along the sideline. Caden High. Perfect throw from Elijah Brown, and there's the biggest play of the game for the Cardinal, 32 yards.
That's a really good throw and an even better route by Caden High.
C.J. Williams came in motion. Now he'll go back in motion, play fake. And the throw, wide open, touchdown, Stanford, Bryce Farrell. And Elijah Brown with some pressure coming. Irving picked up a blitzer. A long drive, 91 yards. And Stanford gets his first touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals playing hard to the...
It's going to be very difficult to figure out who that last one out is. I think for Miami, the reason why they're sitting at 12 and you have Notre Dame sitting at 9, they've regrouped since. They're playing good football. But I think the timing of the losses have separated Notre Dame from 9 and Miami at 12 right now.
Kenny Minchie in the game now, the backup quarterback, and he completes that one on 3rd down to Aneyas Williams for a Notre Dame. It's just everything is so close. If there was a big difference between the two, you can overlook the head-to-head match.
How do you ignore the head-to-head? In the head-to-head, Miami won.
All that said, I agree with you. Williams straight ahead, and there he goes. Aneyas Williams out into the open. Williams, 51 yards, touchdown. And Notre Dame will take it, whatever they can get. If it adds to the margin of victory, if it adds some style points. The Stanford touchdown, one of their own, a long play on the ground. There's that block Brock was talking about. And Aneyas Williams out into the open, off to the races. 49-13 Notre Dame. And as it stands right now, they're not in. If they win, obviously they are. It's really hard to imagine Texas Tech would lose that game and be out. That seems impossible. So that would kind of steal a spot from somebody else at BYU.
Are you gonna penalize them for playing in the SEC title game? I don't know. So you got to keep an eye on Alabama. Got to keep an eye on BYU, and I think the other team to keep an eye on is Oklahoma.
That Alabama is going to be left out. 3rd and 2 for Stanford, by the way. Elijah Brown got away from pressure and delivered a nice ball out to the 45 to Miles Libben for a first down conversion.
But you have to remember how the playoff is set up. We make room for the Group of 5 champ. That's the highest ranked. We make room for all the Power 4 champions. So all of a sudden now the ACC is coming into play.
Notre Dame or Miami, or I mean, I guess there is a scenario where Alabama isn't in. That seems hard to believe. Alabama's got more good wins than anybody, I think, when you stack up the resume. We're just simply trying to break down the challenges that committee is facing. Meyer takes off, and he's going to scramble for a first down. Still going. How about that run? All the way down to the 10, and the Stanford sidelines just going nuts. A 30-yard scramble.
Well, how about this scramble by the big fella? Pocket breaks down. Does a great job of going. Hey, Dad, remember that time?
Notre Dame brings pressure, and Charlie Meyer trying to get away, couldn't do it. I mean, Notre Dame is treating these last 5 minutes. They do not want to allow any more points. I mean, it's 2nd and goal. They're outside the 20 now. Pressure picked up. Meyer throws it. He delivers a good ball to Roush inside the 5. Finally tackled after he got down close to the 3. So there's the first pass completion of Charlie Meyer's Stanford career. Gain of 19.
Great recognition by Meyer.
Who knows? Maybe this matters. Pressure picked up. Meyer throws. Caught. Touchdown. Well, that was a nice throw. Marcus Brown into the end zone. And that's just got to be an incredible feeling.
Oh, it really was. And like I said, it started with a great play design versus man coverage. Beautiful throw in stride. Great route by Brown. And really just flawless execution. And you can see the joy by Charlie Meyer.
Played much better in the second half. It's 49-20. Another one of those line drive low kickoffs. Notre Dame handled that one nicely.
You know, his entire career, you know, this is kind of what's wrong with the college football playoff right now. And I understand what Marcus Freeman's doing. I have respect for it. But rarely do you ever see this in a football game when you're up 49-20. But when style points matter.
Did come back in the game. We think he's fine. He wouldn't have come back in if he was seriously injured, but you hope that he's 100% soon. That one completed out on the right.